Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Heidi.
Welcome to the Heart of Homestead family.
It's been a little bit, but we're back and we've got an update for you. So
Yay!
You know what we've been doing. It's gotten colder. We've got the heater.
Yes. The red tablecloth's coming out for Christmas.
So Christmas is right around the corner. We're getting ready. Watch for an episode coming about some of the decor ideas that we've been doing.
For Christmas specifically, what we're trying to do.
Yeah. Just a very natural. I know I do natural Christmas decorating.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Over the years, I think I'm getting more and more natural.
Yeah.
As I get more like eco-friendly and confident with my skill.
Yes.
Things I like to do.
And things, some activities that are fun to do with the kids too.
Yes.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that in a future episode. But right now, it is the end of November. And means that the strawberries have been covered by straw.
Yours have been. Mine aren't.
Yours not yet?
No, not yet.
It's that time, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And garlic has been planted and straw on top of that.
Yeah.
What else has been happening? A greenhouse.
Yes.
So your greenhouse looks very different than mine because my greenhouse is totally empty except for the ducks we moved in.
Oh, hey, that's fun.
Ducks into the greenhouse. It's a nice, safe, warmish location for them to spend their time. But their real purpose for being in there is to fertilize the ground.
Yeah, that's
in the
best.
greenhouse.
Yeah.
So they do have a pool in there right now. And so every time we dump that water, that's some great fertilizer for the ground. They'll be walking around pooping everywhere. And so they'll be there for a couple months, and then we'll take them out to let that in and have some good soil for growing.
Yeah, that's
exciting.
Yeah, that's a great option idea. Like if you've got animals that they do really well in the winter time in the greenhouses.
Yeah,
as long as it doesn't get too hot. I find.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't have any in the recent years, but I used to put chickens in there a few times and stuff. Yeah, and I have lots of friends that do that too. So yeah, it's a good option. Yeah,
a place for them. What's happening in your greenhouse?
It's all worked. It's cleared and it's worked, and we're gonna plant some. We haven't got all of the stuff in yet, so we're still working on planting. We've got some spinach that's in transplant, so it should go in the ground, and then we've got lettuce and the arugula and stuff we're gonna plant too. But the main thing that's happened in the last couple of weeks is we're putting in permanent water lines to our greenhouse and to our gardens, which is a big deal.
Yes.
So that's one reason why I haven't actually planted in there yet, because I can't water it right now because we have all the water lines are torn up. So once we get that done, then I can get everything else planted and ready to go. But yeah, it's all ready. It's all worked and it's fertilized and it looks really good in there, and it's all buttoned up, like all the wiggle wires down and stuff. But that's the big thing for me is water lines. So
that's our mission for the winter, is to figure out a better water system for everything.
It really sucks. Like it's broken water lines and things like that, and just like also running over water hoses with the lawnmower.
The lawnmower, the water hoses don't like that.
No, they do not. No.
We have puppies, so any water hose that is in the vicinity of the puppies is chewed.
Yeah.
Like, we've gone through at least 3. And I'm like, I thought we didn't have a puppy in that area, but it gets in there. And
I know.
They can squeeze through anything. But
yeah. And once you get a hole, like, I find, one hole I can repair.
Yeah.
But like a puppy, it's multiple holes, the whole thing.
They chewed as many places as possible.
Yeah. Oh, that's so frustrating. Same with the lawnmower, right? It has multiple blades.
It's just shredding it.
Yeah. So anyway,
we had a friend of ours that moved away, so we got some hoses from them. That was nice.
Yeah. Actually, my mom, she doesn't live here close to us, but up in her area where they have a spring clean out, everyone puts their stuff at the side of the road.
Oh, nice.
There's often, she finds at least 10 or 12 garden hoses a year. I don't know why. They're in perfect condition.
Yes. But people have replaced them with the newest fancy hose.
Or oftentimes they're like 100 feet hoses, and maybe people think that they buy them thinking, I got a long hose, but they're too long. Like they're hard to roll up, they're hard to move.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I am very fortunate. My mom, thank you, Mom, goes around and picks up all these garden hoses for me.
Good. And so you're going to have food, like greens, in your garden to be harvested when then?
Yeah, so we'll be harvesting. We have a veggie box coming up in December, like the first week. So we'll be harvesting greens then right from the garden. But they're covered right now too. We have them under tarp. Well, like a semi-permeable tarp so that they still can breathe. It doesn't get too hot, but we'll have hopefully Chinese cabbage and spinach, arugula, and lettuce. And then we did have some cabbages and broccoli, but I don't know. I don't think they're gonna make it. They're just, the day length is too short right now.
Okay.
We planted them in August, but we should have maybe planted them like, earlier in August or maybe in July. So that's sad, but like it's just an experiment. We have no idea. We'll have parsley too, and then we have the Chinese cabbage was kind of an experiment too because we weren't sure how cold it was gonna get. It does take some cool, but it really depends on the year, right? If it was like -10, it wouldn't do well, but it's fine down here right now, so that's good. And then we have kale, of course. So is kale.
Yes. That's the only 2 rows I got is kale and Swiss chard still in the garden.
yeah. We'll have Swiss chard, maybe 2, depending on how it looks. So there'll be lots of greens, and then we'll supplement the box with other, like the root vegetables, like carrots and potatoes and Brussels sprouts and onions and garlic. So yeah, it'll be a good box. It'll be a good, like, early Christmas kind of box. So, looking forward to that.
Nice to have that as fresh things in the middle of winter.
Yeah, especially the lettuces, right? But I find right now I don't want to eat lettuce. Like I want to have the potato.
Yeah. Well, that's what our body naturally needs to be doing, is moving on to those carb things as we're sitting around more and
Exactly.
not using a lot of energy.
Yeah. I want those warm foods and stuff. So I'm still chopping up my kale as much as I can in my stew, right? But like, lettuce, I don't know.
Nice. Okay, so also, like, the gardens are pretty much done, but we've got fields of crops that have come out. I know we did soybeans this year. That's the only thing that we need to do. Our straw, which is rye, was harvested earlier. So it wasn't too much commotion around here. How was it over there with the fields getting harvested? Yeah,
soybeans went off okay. Like the weather's been fairly good this fall. We're still in the middle of corn, so shout out to Fred. He's still hauling. Yeah, it probably will be for the next couple of days for sure. I think there's still about 100 acres on. So at this point in the podcast, like by the time this podcast is released, hopefully it's off.
Yes.
So it's pretty heavy on that, and we're also in the middle of moving manure right now, getting ready for winter, and just clearing drains and driveways, making sure everything's good on that front, because that's a lot.
Yeah, we had a little snowfall, and I'm like, no, I'm not done clearing everything.
Yeah.
And we didn't even have our heated water buckets out yet. When all of a sudden got cold at the beginning of November, and I'm like, oh shoot, I was supposed to be ready for this.
Yeah, I know. I have a flashback from when we first moved into our new barn. There's which we'd never had before. There's like vents in the ceiling, and I remember it was the first couple of days it started freezing, and the whole entire milking parlor was frozen.
Oh,
we couldn't figure out why, because like everything else in the barn was thawing, and but at night it would freeze. And then one day I remember being in the parlor. I don't know, maybe this is me imagining it wrong. I can't remember quite from memory, but like looking up and seeing the vent above me is open. And I was like, oh. So every year now I'm like, Thomas,
get those vents closed.
Make sure to remind you to close the vent, because it's just, you don't think about it. And then all of a sudden, a cold night, and then boom, it frozen. So
it's really fast.
Yeah.
And with that is getting extra straw in all of the, we have a lot of outdoor animals and that have like lean-tos and stuff that they have for protection. So we get lots of straw in there so they can snuggle in there and keep warm on those cool nights, giving them extra food at night so that keeps them warm.
Yeah, more energy. Yeah, for sure.
We're also getting things into the freezers. So all we have left now is our chickens and some turkeys to get in the freezer.
The Christmas turkeys?
Yes, the Christmas turkeys. And a couple pigs actually will be going in right after Christmas, I guess.
Nice.
And
it's nice though too, because it's kind of a quieter season. Like you don't have as many animals to deal with, which is nice because it's also cold and
and you don't want to be up there as much.
Especially when the water lines are frozen.
So all of our things are not because some of the tanks are further away from where they can be plugged in. So that means that you're chipping away at ice on those colder nights. So
yeah, it's no fun.
Yeah.
Unless you're really into like water plunges, cold water.
Oh,
Plunges, I don't know.
We've talked about this.
Yeah. Different episode. Yeah.
If I'm dressed warm, I don't mind going out and dealing with stuff. But as soon as I get cold, this is no fun anymore.
I agree. Yeah.
Or you think, oh, I didn't bring something to smash this ice. I'll just use my foot.
Yeah.
Great.
Never works well. Yeah. Either you have a broken foot or a wet foot.
Yes. Usually it's a wet foot that you end up with. I'm like, I'll just nick it a little with my heel.
It'll be fine.
Yeah, it goes all the way through.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had something really exciting a few weeks ago. Our first in-person event for the podcast.
Yeah, it was really exciting.
Yeah, we had a broth making morning.
Right here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And most of you that are listening were there.
Yeah. Thank you.
The ones that live in this area that could come out. It was really nice to meet you all. And it was so much fun just talking about making broth. And like some of the people there have made broth before, but they didn't know about all the things that you could put into broth. Or like my mom mentioned, she's like, I never would have thought to keep the skins on the onions and garlic and when putting it in, but you had a nice explanation which you could share with everybody on the podcast that wasn't there. The skins, they hold a lot of the nutrients, right?
Yeah.
So why not use that?
Exactly. And often they're a concentrated flavor, right? Like the onion peels, skins.
Yeah.
If you think about how an onion dries down, right? It dries from the outside in. So the outside was just like the inside. It was white or whatever color your onion is, but nice and juicy. So as that onion dries down, those outer layers of skin are just like basically concentrated flavor because it's removed all the moisture. So why not use them in your broth? Yeah.
Yeah, it was amazing. And I learned a couple things. So as I was putting everything into the pot, I'm like, this is great because all this stuff you can either like grow in your backyard, access it nearby. I love it when I can make something that is all homegrown, right?
Yeah, like 100%.
Yeah, some things that you make it, you're like, you end up buying 10 things from the store to
like why? Like I hate when that happens too.
So there was two things that, besides salt is a hard one, but pepper. I put peppercorns in it. And I'm like, well, we don't grow peppercorn, and somebody's like, well, nasturtium,
the flour
is like a peppery taste. You could throw that in or dehydrate it. I'm like, I'm doing that extra because I always grow those because they're beautiful, and
I thought
now I'm going to dehydrate them and use them in replacement of pepper.
Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Yeah. And then another lady, shout out to Allie, who said bay leaves you can grow.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I didn't know you could grow bay leaves. So she sent me a picture after of her bay leaf tree or bush
plant or
that is in her house because it's not cold hardy. So she has to bring it in during the winter, but you can grow your own bay leaves.
Yeah, I thought that was so cool. My thought was maybe if it's a tender perennial, maybe I'll grow it in the greenhouse. Yeah. And hopefully it would just stay there over the year.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. It's on my list of things.
Shout out for Christmas.
Yes. My Christmas list is very interesting. I started one because my kids are like, well, which things do you want? I'm like, there's a bunch of new homesteading books out that I would like because wintertime is a great time for reading. And we've done a podcast about that last year of some of the books that we really enjoy. So you can check that out. Because there's some good suggestions on there of books that we like.
Yeah, and maybe we'll talk about Christmas stuff in our other Christmas episode about like
some of the our wish list.
Yeah.
And then put the podcast in front of our families.
Oh, come on, Heidi. They already know exactly what we need.
Exactly what we want.
Yeah. Actually, Thomas did. He already told me this morning what he was getting me for Christmas.
Oh, wonderful.
So, it was a great suggestion, but I won't spoil the surprise.
Okay.
You never know. Maybe something even better will show up on Christmas Day.
You never know. Marvelous. The broth. It was a
great day. Yeah.
And you brought some beef broth in for everybody to sample.
Yeah, and you had the chicken broth,
And-
so that was
yeah.
good. Well, we made chicken broth there, yeah. And then I also brought a bunch of croutons as well that we'd have with our broth. And I had some good follow-up after the broth making event about the croutons, specifically the oil that we used, which was camelina oil on making the croutons. So I have a couple of people that were really interested in that. So
okay. Yeah, I've never heard of that oil before.
yeah, so if you're looking to buy it, for anyone that's really curious about it, we're hoping to put together a little buying group of people that would like to try it, and because it's easier to ship in and buy in like a larger quantity.
Oh, wonderful!
Not as readily available.
And where does that come from?
It's from Saskatchewan,
and the oil is like what kind of?
Yeah, so it's a pulse. So it's like a lentil.
Oh, okay.
And they squeeze it so like I don't know, golly. It'd be similar to squeezing sunflower oil, I guess, but it's a cold expeller pressed oil, so you're not getting any like extra poor grade oils or detergents or anything like that in it.
Oh, wow.
Because when they extract canola oil, they use a lot of heavy cleaners, and I don't know the whole process, but it's not
good.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah. It definitely changes the chemistry of the oil. So the camelina oil is also really high in omega-3s, which is why people really like it, is because it's really good for you in comparison to the omega-6 canola oils. Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, we learned a lot that day. That was wonderful.
Yes.
As long as being able to teach others how easy broth is to make. So we hopefully inspired you guys all to make your own broth. And if you missed out that, we do talk about broth making in a past episode. So check that out and you can get some insight on that as well.
But awesome. Well, thanks, Heidi.
This episode is sponsored by Meadowlynn Market Garden. Subscription veggie boxes from your local farmer, aka me, Sarah. Stop by the farm from June to October for fresh veggies through our community-supported agriculture program.